Okay,
What
so
you need to know?
I am here with the guy that got me into trucking, Matt McGee, and I just like to ask you a few questions for my YouTube channel. Is that cool?
Yeah, man.
How long have you been in trucking?
About 6 years now, Pete.
6 years.
About 6 years. 6 years on this road, man. Everywhere from Cali to Maine to Washington to Miami.
What advice would you give to the young truckers and the people that are thinking about getting into trucking? And when I mean young truckers, I mean people that haven't been on the road for 6 months or less than a year, or people that's thinking about getting into it.
I tell them have a plan. Have a plan exactly what you want to do in trucking, what you want to get out the game. You just want a job, you want a better future, you want a house, you want a car, some shit, a business, you know what I'm saying? Know what you're doing or what you want out of trucking before you get into trucking, you know what I'm saying? So you're just not a drone out here, you know what I'm saying? Just wasting your weird years away, throwing money out here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just be focused when you get on the road, because it's the only job, one of the only jobs you could, wake up, start your day, and end your day in jail. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be focused out here.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Mouthful.
Has trucking, have you benefited from trucking? Do you think that it has been a good career choice for you?
Yeah. I got my gripes and be complaining just like everybody else, but for the most part, trucking did a lot for me, G. Trucking did a lot for me. I'd say the worst thing for me about trucking is gotta be used to being alone. Gotta be used to staying out. You know what I mean? You a one man band. You gotta make a lot of decisions for yourself out there. Ain't nobody holding your hand out here.
Why do you think most people quit trucking? The youngins, the less than a year folks, 2-year folks.
Well, the first year your hardest, because a company could pay you dirt. You don't really know too much, and you really can't demand too much more. You know what I'm saying? So not only is you making BS money, you're gonna be away from home. You work a job every day, you go home, next thing you know, you're in trucking school, they tell you, all right, you're gonna be out for 4 weeks and you could come back home 3 days. Most niggas hear that and hit the dough. They think about Jody at home, they think about their kids, think about all type of shit. When I first heard that, I was like, bruh, how in the hell am I supposed to stay out 3 weeks and come back 3 days? And then I remember this lady looked at me and say, shit, what you missing? And I was like, damn, I really ain't missing nothing. You know what I mean? So if you got money on your mind, you know what I'm saying, this is quick, because a lot of people want that money right there in front of your face. They don't want that delayed gratification. Well, get on the truck and start running, you're gonna get your check by the end of the week.
What do you think is the most unfair part of this career or lifestyle?
Most unfair part? Yeah, I'd have to say, bruh, the most unfair part of trucking is how much they charge you for shit. You only can get your truck in so many places, legal places. You get to these places like this truck stop we at now, it's a $15 burger, it's $30 to park just to sleep, you know what I'm saying? It's you got cops always in your damn face. But the most unfair thing is probably being away from home, and they just treat that shit like it's normal. They'll tell you, hey, you can go home for 3 days after you've been out for a month with a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? That shit was never fair. But if you got a company like that, you probably just need to quit. That's probably the most unfair thing to
me. And if you would talk to Rookie Matt, what would you tell him about the journey that you've been on since you're on this side of the game now?
I can talk to Rookie Matt. I tell him learn everything you can for yourself. And that comes from, because we drivers, you know, we know everything we do with the truck, but, you know, it's a thing with booking loads, it's a thing with paperwork, it's a thing with taxes, it's a thing with, you know, worrying about all the shit that you got worried about in the background. And I tell myself, learn that as much as you learn how to drive your truck. You know what I mean? That'd probably be the thing I'd learn.
Yeah, man. And so I always say, bro, like, you know, chopping it up. I remember we used to be in Oregon a lot. You know, I would be in Louisiana.
Times in Oregon, boy.
I know, man. I did a few Oregon loads myself, man.
That's time on that weather, bro.
Tell me about the time you drove in the blizzard, man, and how you learned to chain up.
Man, I remember one time, bro, I was going through a place called Truckee, California. I didn't know how to chain up or anything like that. I didn't know nothing about it. But, man, bro, it had to be, you know, 65, 70 degrees or something like that. You know, you ain't even got a jacket on. And I just remember going up this mountain. It just starts getting colder and colder. And next thing you know, I couldn't see the sun. Next thing you know, snow was on the ground. I was like, man, I just had shorts on 20 minutes ago. And I was, you know, just going freezing. And I get to this mountain, bro, and they got cops, every trucker's pulled over, they're not letting cars through, and they say, man, you gotta chain up. And I knew it was coming, and I remember just putting those chains on the truck, watching some YouTube videos, dog. It probably took me 2 hours to chain up my truck first time I did it. But I knew if I didn't learn right there, you know what I'm saying, I'm either gonna be sliding on the road, get pulled over for not chaining up, or just straight up wreck my shit off a cliff or something, you know what I mean? So, wasn't nobody to call, ain't nobody about to come save you and put your chains on and nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta, you know what you gotta do, you just gotta do it. So, I was like, man, I ain't about to let this damn snow on this mountain scare me every time I come out here, bro. I'm gonna learn how to chain up. And shit, chain them bad boys up, man. I kept on going. And then from there, I just got better at it. Went from 2 hours to about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Next thing you know, I was getting them bad boys on in 20 minutes or so, you know. And sometimes you might face a night where you on that ice, you gotta put your chains on and off your truck 6 times or something like that, you know. But those winter loads pay the most money. And that's something I did know, so that's where I was at.
How was your experience as an owner-op?
Experience as an owner-op, man, it's everything they said it would be, bro. You get a lot of ups and downs as an owner-op. You know, I got into the owner-operator stuff like around COVID. You know, so a lot of stuff was different. Rates started going out the roof.
But you were already owner-op before COVID started, right?
No, it wasn't. No.
Okay.
I got my truck right around COVID when, you know, the trucks were going crazy. Every time you go on Instagram, people were saying they would be a trucker. So, you know, I would go buy my truck. And, you know, I don't take it back, because that truck did a lot for me. But it's a lot of ups and downs, man. You gotta worry about maintenance. You gotta worry about, you know, all the taxes. You gotta worry about, you know, your ELD, staying in compliance, getting your own authority, all this other stuff, you know. But if the money's good, you will benefit a lot. But if it's not good, you will feel like you damn near trapped on that truck. You know what I mean? There's a lot of truck drivers that have to make a decision. Should I get a truck or should I get a place to live? You know, a lot of truckers are living in their truck. You know what I'm saying? That's their residence. So it can be really beneficial, and then, you know, it could have its downs too. You know, if you get in the owner-operator, just know you're going to go through both, and just be prepared for them. You know what I mean?
So, about to wrap up this interview, quick 10-minute chat with the G.
Yeah.
Leave the people with a sense of motivation, man.
Sense of motivation, man. You can go as far as you want to. You know, if you got the determination to come out here, you ain't trying to cry and go home. Gotta go check on Jody with the wife, kids, and all this other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If stuff not going the way you want it to, and thinking about trucking, you know, you definitely could make some money in trucking, but you gotta stay focused, and you gotta grind. You gotta grind. You know what I mean? You gotta stay on that road. You gotta want it. You visualize them checks coming in and visualize what you're going to do with it when you get the money. Because if you just blow it on, you know, some bullshit, it's you got to get right back on that road, you know. It's all part of what I said earlier. You got to have a plan with it. So, want some money, got a plan, trucking's a good thing for you.
Alright, man. So what's next after trucking?
What's next after trucking, bro? Like, you talking about after I'm just completely done driving a truck, period?
Yeah, man. I mean, you're a young guy.
Oh, man, I've been thinking about some stuff here and there, bro, but I don't think I 100% could say what I want to do after trucking.
It's to be continued.
It's to be continued, bro. To be continued, man.
Alright, man. Well, thanks for the interview, bro. I really appreciate it. I'm going to post this on my channel.
You watching that shit too, bro.
Alright, peace.